Hey guys, good morning. Today's January 11th, day 11 of Wise Up, a daily dose of wisdom from the book of Proverbs for your daily life. I've got a question. Who is the most important person in the whole world? It's the person sitting right across from you. Do you remember Dr. Chen talking about that on the mission trip? Remember, he gave the illustration of having a conversation with somebody, and he said the most important person in the whole world is the person that's sitting right across from you, the person you are having a conversation with, the person that you're with at any given moment. That is the most important person in the world. His whole point was this: our faith is fully wrapped up in our genuine love for God and our love and compassion for His people. Take a listen to our verse this morning from Proverbs. It comes from chapter 11, verse 25. It says this: a generous man will prosper. He who refreshes others will himself be refreshed. Now, some people might say that this is really just the law of reciprocity, which says that if you do something for somebody, or if you do something for someone else, then they are inclined to return the favor, right? It's like, I scratch your back, and then somewhere down the road, you scratch mine, right? It's that whole idea, and it makes sense, right? That's the law of reciprocity. I help you today, and then when I need help down the road, I know that you can help me and that you'll help me, right? Some people say that it's that kind of idea, and really, they're not totally wrong. That is part of it, right? That's the way it works. Whenever you're generous to somebody, they're gonna be on your team, if you will. There's somebody, they know that you care. Whenever you do things for somebody else, they generally want to return the favor, right? It makes sense. That's how things work. So it's like Solomon, when he's writing this, he's really just kind of, in a sense, doubling down on just kind of that idea of how things work. But I think in today's passage, what we need to look at specifically is the focus of this passage, right? What is at the heart of what he's saying? Like, yes, it's true, when you're generous to somebody, you prosper, right? Or when you refresh somebody else, like, you yourself will be refreshed, right? Isn't it crazy? Like, we just finished the Christmas season, and I always love the feeling and just kind of the response that you get whenever you give someone a gift and they love it, right? Like, sometimes you give them a gift and it's just like, cool, like, that was just fun, like, I wanted to get that to you. But sometimes you give them something, whoever it may be, and you know it's a good gift, right? And it's a cool feeling to be able to do that. And whenever you know that you've done something for somebody, that's kind of cool, right? But let's take a look at what the focus of the passage on, because the focus of this passage isn't what you're going to get whenever you are generous. The focus of the passage isn't on what you're going to get or what you're going to do, but rather who you are going to be, right? This proverb isn't focusing on the doing of the giving or the refreshing, but it's focusing on who that person is, who they are: a generous person, a person who cares about others so much that he or she wants to refresh them, right? And that's what it talks about: a generous man, a person who is generous, and a person who cares so much about other people that he wants to refresh them. So he's not saying that you need to go and do nice things for people so that down the line they're going to return the favor. He's saying this: yeah, that's the way things work. Like, whenever you do this, like, people are going to do this back. But here's the bottom line: whenever you are a generous person, you want to work for the benefit of other people, and that's what's important. And he says this, when this is who you are, you're living out your faith. You're living out who you are. Being generous is just something that comes from who you are. Refreshing others just comes from your love for other people. And so it's showing, back to that illustration that Dr. Chin gave, it's showing that other person that they're the most important person in the world. It's our sacrificial love and giving that points those people to Jesus, right? A wise person loves and serves others out of the generosity of his or her heart. So, today, how can you be generous to somebody? Who is somebody that you can be generous to? Pray with me today and ask God how he can use you to refresh somebody who may be having a hard day, a tough time, needs a hand, or just somebody to sit and listen and talk to. Or ask how he can use you to be generous to someone. Share your money, your time, your resources, whatever it may be. So thanks for joining this morning, and we'll see you guys live tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Talk to you soon.